Hey, how's it going? It's your boy Pablo one time. You know, we're back with another episode live in the vault. Look, I got a special guest, and we've talked briefly through social media. We had an event in Russellville. It got canceled, and that's it's cool. But this brother is still on the train, and he's moving, and I want you to get to know him as I get to know him a little bit. I got Seth Freeman in the building, y'all. Hey, say what's up to the people, man.
What's up, people? How you doing?
Yeah.
Paul Freeman here.
Yes, sir. So, I mean, tell us a little bit about yourself, man. Where you from? A little rundown, you know, what you do.
Yeah, I'll try to keep it short, but it's been a long road. I've been doing this my whole life, making music, playing guitar, singing, writing songs. I do other things with my life as well. Got a family, got pets, and everything like that. But um, writing music has been a passion of mine my entire life, and no matter how hard I try, I can't quit.
So you are a songwriter. Then you most definitely are a songwriter at
Yes,
heart.
yes. And so let's see. I was born in New York City and raised in a little bit of New Mexico, Santa Fe, New Mexico, then a little bit of Louisiana. I don't have either of those accents. And then I went to New Jersey for most of my like schooling, and then up to Boston for I went to Berklee College of Music. Stayed there for a number of years. I had a band that was signed to EMI Records called Little John in the 90s, like 95 through 97. When we were dropped, like so many bands are, we released another record, and then I moved out to San Francisco and released another record with Little John out there, a new lineup with the band. And this was like an alt rock band. We called ourselves post punk power pop, and we're starting to re-release the music now, the Little John music. I've only put two singles out there so far, but we have, I mean, songs for ages that are just going to keep coming out. And
Right.
then I got into the songwriting and film scoring thing, moved down to Los Angeles, and I was in Los Angeles for a long time, more time than I've lived anywhere else in Hollywood area, and I was writing songs for film and TV. It's hard. It's a hard life. It's tough to make that happen. And scoring films, started producing other artists, and that got me back into songwriting and being an artist myself, because everybody that I was producing, I ended up sort of like maybe tweaking their song a little bit. They would ask me to come perform with them. And then I realized, I can't give this up. I love just, being the artist and making music myself. One of my co-writers that I was co-writing with is now like, we've been writing almost every song together for the last decade plus. My friend Dan O'Leary. And so we have a songwriting team, Freeman O'Leary. I got more into Americana and then more into country as I got older. And so speaking of getting into country, 4 years ago, I moved to the country, and I'm here in Arkansas now in Dover. We love the wide open country, and I love the 2-lane highways, and we've been writing songs about this. So if you come out and see one of my shows, I'll play some of those. Like I said, I'm trying to keep it short, but it's been a long road, a great road.
Man, I see, man. I'm gonna call you Seth, the jack of all trade Freeman, man. I'm telling you, you've had your hand in some of everything, man. And I hope it's rewarding you with at least some kind of success, at least when it comes down to booking shows and sync, maybe some sync opportunities. I don't know if you're familiar with that, but
Yeah.
but man, so how do you balance all this, man? How do you balance all the shows, family? You got animals. How do you do it, man? How do you
I
balance your
don't
life right now, brother?
I don't know. I don't know. I would say all I could do is keep a positive attitude. And here's the other thing that I've been learning is it's never going to all get done. It never all gets done. There's so many things that I want to do every day, every year, but I just keep moving forward like a shark. You know what I
Right,
mean? And
right.
it has been rewarding. It has been rewarding. I feel like it's really important for me personally, for my own sanity, to not be thinking about something in the future or something that I haven't achieved or need to achieve. It's more like I'm successful now. I'm happy
Right,
with what I've got. And that energy follows me and creates more of that in my life.
right. I feel like that too, man. I kind of I tell people all the time. I say, man, I walk by faith and not by sight, man. I don't know what's going on. I don't even I don't know what doors may be open for me, brother. I just know I'm in alignment, and I know what I do and what I've done to get to where I'm at right now. You know what I'm saying? So whatever you do, if you gotta mop your floors with basil leaves, do what you do, brother. Do what you do.
I'll tell you what, when I do yard work around here, I put on my headphones and I listen down to my covers playlist and some of my originals, and I just get those songs embedded in my head. Last night I had a show at the Vault 1905 in Van Buren. That is a cool place. I had never been there before, but it's cool. They have a stage and a sound man. A lot of places I play like breweries and wineries and stuff like that, which are good gigs. I love them. A lot of times they just have you're just on the floor. That's your stage, so you kind of have to create your space. But
Right.
this place, it was all set up. Well, my iPad died, halfway through the show, and I want to not have the iPad as a crutch, but I also want to know like 12 hours of music, right? I just want to have it all in my head, but that's a lot, and
Right.
I'm not great at memorizing lyrics. But I did the rest of the show without the iPad, no problem. I didn't mess up.
Bro, I thought I was the only one that had a problem remembering lyrics, bro.
It's so
I'm
hard.
not the only one.
No. And I don't, I think about people like Bob Dylan. He had songs with like 7 verses in it. How did you remember all that stuff? I don't know. Or how
Bro,
does
I strongly believe as an artist, I'm growing into this live sound, bro. I just like you have a lot more flexibility with live sound, brother.
Yeah.
No one even have to know, you know what I'm saying? Just keep on going.
That's right.
Gotta have that live sound, man. Nothing like that live sound.
And well, I've been doing more recently, last couple of years, I've been adding a looper pedal, which for the solo shows is fun, but it's also, it gets you really have to think about it while you're doing that. Figure out what you can loop and when to cut it in and when to cut it out. And
so what do you mean by a looper pedal? They're like it loops the beat type thing?
Well, you could do the beat, or you could even loop a vocal or a guitar part as well.
Wow.
But it has to be something that repeats, because otherwise you got to turn it off and go to
Hey, Seth, I'm just now learning about these pedal voice processors, man.
Those are cool too.
Bro, you already playing with that stuff already?
Not the voice processing stuff, but I have heard about that stuff too. I have a separate microphone that I'll use to put down like a shaker or a tambourine.
Right.
If I want more of a beat, and then I'll lay down a guitar part if it's a song that repeats, like Wagon Wheel or something like that. Lay down that whole thing.
And you can loop it right there live.
Yeah, and then that's
crazy. That's crazy, man.
I got the wireless mic, so a cordless mic, so that I can go over and play some percussion while I'm singing. Then I put that back on, pick up the electric, and play some beat over it. I'm telling you, man,
it's a one-man band, man.
It is it's very challenging. And I have my band Still Spark. We're a 3-piece right now in Dover, and I'm playing 2/3 of us are playing Point Remove this Friday in Russellville. The Point Remove in Russellville is awesome. The one in Morrilton is great too. They're very supportive of local music as well. But and there are benefits of playing with a band. Like you're playing with live musicians, it just takes on a life of its own. But it's also pretty cool to do this solo thing where I can just choose whatever song I want, and I can change it however I want on the fly without worrying about other people. So there's pluses and minuses of both. It's fun.
Right, man. It got to be awesome, bro. It has to be awesome being able to use your gifts and your talent to touch people and reach people, to bring joy to people, man. When you look out there and see somebody out there on the dance floor dancing and they sitting there drinking their brews, man, got to be a good feeling, man. So what's the energy you bring to your shows, and what do you hope your audience take from your performances, man?
You just touched on it. I do like to bring joy to people. And I want to get up there and I want to entertain, and I want people to feel like they're hearing some great music, but they're able to just feel some joy and get away from whatever troubles they have and just have a good time. Here's some songs that they know and love. I throw in covers, and then here's some new songs that they learn to love. And last night I had people singing along with the original songs. That is the biggest gift to me. If somebody starts to sing along with a song that they just heard of mine, a Still Spark song, that just makes my night. But I'll tell you what, it's got to be more than that though, because there are the times when you play for nobody or you play for people that aren't appreciative. And I feel like it's in those moments, it's for me. It's just it's my therapy, right? So yes, I
Yep.
want to bring joy and peace to the world. I think most musicians, songwriters feel that way. But if nobody's being affected by it, and I'm just doing it in a vacuum, I find joy in that too, and I have to. I don't want to be up there being like, "Oh, this stinks. There's nobody here," or "They're not into it," or "They're not paying attention." No, it can't be about that, or else you get yourself into a downward spiral. You know?
Right. Right. Yeah, man. Me being a child of a dad as a pastor, I watched my dad sing to an empty church. I
Mm-hmm.
watched him preach to an empty church, and I watched their church grow. I watched over time with
Amen.
consistency, man. It grows. His online following, his physical following. And so, man, I just want to say, man, I'm inspired, bro, by your story. And man, keep on going, bro, because it's people like me. You got people like Asher.
Yeah.
He's out there in Russellville, man, a young artist thriving. That's just trying his best to find his way. Man, he's gonna watch this interview and bro be so inspired, man.
Yeah, and I
Because
love
he's from he just feel like it's impossible to make it out of Russellville. And it's not. It is not. It's
it.
not.
It's definitely not impossible to make it out of Russellville. In fact, there are people that are doing it. There are people that are now. First of all, I want to reframe that because
Right. Right.
you don't
What
need
is making it out?
you don't need to make it out of Russellville. You can make it in Russellville because
Right.
Russellville's great, Dover's great, Morrilton's great. There's a lot there. There are so many talented musicians here, and there are so many people who want to hear good music. And there aren't a ton of venues, but there are some venues, and you can kind of create your own venue. I first met Asher at the talent show on the stage at the Depot in Russellville,
Yeah.
and he got up there and he performed like he was performing at Madison Square Garden, and that is what that is what you do. Just like
Mm-hmm.
uh, I've been in L.A., I've been in Boston, I've been in New York, and I've been in San Francisco, and those are big cities. I'll tell you what, I'm not going to say one's better than the other, but the amount of appreciation that you get for good music here in Central Arkansas, I think it beats those big cities because they're kind of like people can be sort of jaded and
Yeah.
you're out there and there's a ton of competition.
Right.
The pay might not be as good. People aren't as appreciative. A lot of shoegazers in Boston, but I would still go back. I love playing those cities, but there's nothing like playing in Central Arkansas.
Bro, I'm in St. Louis right now, bro, and it's a big jump from West Memphis, Arkansas. I tell you that.
Yeah,
But I think me coming here was bigger than just the music. It's more so the brand awareness, bringing Black Sheep Kids to a bigger city. I'm telling you, bro, when I left West Memphis, I met Bubba. And before you know it, I was in Minnesota, and now we heading to Kansas City, and then we going to Texas. It's like, bro, the ball is rolling, but sometimes you have to get into alignment. And it seems like, Seth, you are in alignment right where you are, brother. And I say, man, you keep on going, man. So you've been to the major cities, man. So what's next on your horizon? Like, what's gonna be new for you? Like, what's next for Seth, man? Like, golly, you've done it all already, brother.
yeah, and so I think the rest of my life is gonna be like, well, first of all, I wanted to get back to something with Asher and with anybody else that's younger. The key to success, and I'm not saying that like I feel like a success just from the standpoint that I love what I'm doing, and I have
That's
the
how I
tools,
feel.
I have the tools to do it. I also have a day job, so it's not like, and I have been signed to a major label, but that can be short lived. I mean, only only so many people, and gone are the days when you got signed to a major label and that meant you made it. I mean, it didn't even mean it then, but now, I mean, there's like 360 deals and stuff. Like you don't even get money of getting signed these days. But the point is, it's not about the getting signed or making it, quote unquote. The thing that separates people who are successful or feel like a success from those who are not successful is that there's one thing, and it's that successful people don't give up. And so,
Consistency, man.
yeah, just well, and you're gonna and I have had my ups and downs. I've had my moments where I thought I gave up, but it was more of a pause, and then I came back to it because like I said, I can't stop myself from doing this. It's a passion. And what's next for me is more of the same. And what it is writing and recording music. I'm able to record here in my studio, and I'm getting the last recording that we did that was released. It's called "Good Luck with That" by Still Spark. It came on in my playlist after a Tom Petty song, and I was like, "What is this? Oh, right, this is my song." I'm like, I'm so proud that
It sounds that good.
it sounds on that level. I mean, it's not
Right.
exactly that good. Maybe there's some audio files out there that would say, no, no, it's missing this, this, and this, but it's good to me. And and I feel self-sufficient now with my band and alone. I'm going to keep writing and co-writing and recording music and
What
releasing
DAWs are you
music.
using, Seth? What
What
kind of DAWs are you using, man?
I'm using Logic, and
Logic, okay.
I have
Logic.
I've used Pro Tools in the past, and I've seen other people using, like Nuendo and stuff like that. I think Logic is really cool. It's Pro Tools is a little bit more intuitive if you're used to faders and mixing and stuff, but and I kind of like it more for editing. But Logic is so powerful. It's like you could do anything with Logic.
Right, right.
But
Right.
I
I just got Studio One, man. I'm looking forward to that. I've been using Mixcraft Acoustica, Mixcraft 9 for the longest, man. 10.5 or something like that. But yeah, man, just trying to upgrade and level up, man.
you know,
Mixcraft is kind of seen as almost remedial when it come down to the DAWs. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
You got Pro Tools, Logic, FL Studios. You got Studio One, and those are the go-tos. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, I'm growing, man.
The I think the when it comes to recording and um, the the most important thing is the song, and then the second most important thing is the performance, and then the third most important thing is the sound, right? Like what you're
Right.
playing. But those first two things, if you get those, you could be recording on your iPhone and
On anything.
you know,
Right, right, right.
so, but and it's such a slippery slope. No matter how much I have, I always want more, and I have to keep myself in check on that because otherwise I'd
Right.
be bankrupt.
Right. Yeah, man. With the way AI is going, man, the way technology going, bro, you don't need these massive interfaces no more, man. You don't need these big. I mean, of course, I want it because I'm Pablo.
Yeah, right. Of course you do, and you
I
will
want that big knob. I want the big knob, man.
and you will have it.
Right, 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 right. I want it, man. And I feel like we deserve it, man. I mean, we go out here and pretty much we put our lives in song.
Yes.
Real talk. My auntie I was rolling around with my auntie. She's like, how you write this song? I say it's called Life. She said, oh my God, you been through that? I was like, yeah, I went through that.
Yeah.
And that's a beautiful thing, man, being able to share with the masses something that you've been through. And I think that's how I find my freedom, you know, telling my testimony through song, man. You don't know why. Sometimes I feel so drained after my shows because I just testified. I just gave it all. I had church right there, man. Y'all ain't even know it, man. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I don't know about you, but when after a show, I'm always exhausted and wired at the same time. Like
Same time.
it doesn't matter how little sleep I got the night before or how long the show was. I always need at least an hour or two to wind down. I could never come home from a show and just crash, you know?
Right.
And but yeah, it is you're absolutely right. It is testifying and it's cathartic, you know?
So you got any new music coming out?
Yes, I have. So my band, my local band here, Still Spark. I like to call them Still Sparkinsaw because I've had Still Spark for Dan and I had Still Spark in California for probably a decade before we each moved out here. He moved to Tennessee and I moved to Arkansas. Just circumstances. We wanted to be moving to the same area, but we didn't. He's like 9 hours away. But so I keep the band going here with um, Dean Foster and Jeremy Duval, some guys that I met here locally. And Dean is going through chemotherapy for stage 4 cancer. But
Damn, man.
this man has.
We're praying for Dean, man. We're gonna pray for Dean, man.
Thank you. Please do pray for Dean and pray for his family. And this man has the faith. Like he's got a beautiful perspective on life and on taking this head on. And his faith is infectious, I would say.
Right.
And it is what inspired me to start these recordings. So Good Luck with That is the first one that we released with Dean and Jeremy and myself on this. We got 5 more that we started the drum and bass tracks on. He's going through a time where he's not really wanting to do recordings right now, but it'll happen. It'll happen again. But those 5 songs, Two Lane, Wide Open Country, those 2 songs I had my daughter, my 19-year-old daughter, sing on, and she's got a beautiful voice. She's singing backing vocals on those. Though I'm working on mixing those now, so those will be coming up soon. I would have hoped they would have been out by now, but like I was saying earlier, if I set too many deadlines for myself with everything I have going on, it's too overwhelming. It doesn't happen. But soon, they're coming out soon, and then we have some other ones, Ping Pongs, Fret by Fret, and we did a newer recording of Louisiana Lemonade, which is Dan and I have a ton of material that we did Nashville demos on that we might end up releasing. So there's a lot on the horizon, man. The recordings are coming out. I'm also booking shows, a lot of solo shows, some band shows, some duo shows, and I'm doing a tour. And so far, I only have Santa Fe, New Mexico booked, which is like one of my hometowns. I spent my summers there growing up, and I'm playing at the Cowgirl Cafe in Santa Fe in May, and Point Remove here in Russellville. I'm playing at Point Remove in Morrilton. I'm playing at Sierra Tavern in Morrilton as well. That's all coming up. It's all on my website, SethFreemanMusic.com, or on StillSpark.com. So that's what's coming up for me.
We got Seth Freeman. Book him. He's available. Okay. We want the ball rolling. You know what I'm saying? But yes, sir, man. Is there anything else you want the audience to know about you, man, before we wrap this thing up, man?
Thank you so much for your energy. I'm so glad that the God brought us together, and now we're connecting here, and I hope to meet you in person, either in St. Louis or here in Russellville area, someplace in the future where we'll both be on the road or something. But I appreciate that. Again, you said it all.
Seth, me and Bubba, we're working to plan this Battle of the Bands thing, man. We had this big Battle of the Bands at the Grand Casino. We want to take that idea and bring it on the road, man.
Okay.
Yeah, man. Yeah, it'd be crazy, bro. Yeah. So we actually working with a couple of people all across the country, man, of taking this Battle of the Band thing across the country. But we already know the bands. like let's say, so the bands don't have to sign up. The bands we choose to travel with would be, you know what I'm saying? And it's gonna be crazy how we do it, man. We'll talk about it. I won't put too much out there. But yeah, man, most definitely love to have you and your band a part of it, for sure, man. For sure.
I appreciate you having me on, man. Thank you so much.
I am El Pablo one time, man. I got my boy Seth Freeman. Hey, make sure you tap into his music. Go follow him on Facebook. Hey, man, we live in the vault with El Pablo one time. Peace. Hey, thank you, brother.
Thank you.
Oh, yeah.